Hello everyone and welcome to Galileo TV. My name is Silvia Romano, Chief International Affairs for Centro Studi Galileo. And here today with me is Bas Kamermans, General Manager of Fieldpiece. Thank you, Bas, for being with us.
Thank you for your time and thank you for having us here.
And we are at Mostra Convegno Expo Comfort in Milan, an international exhibition, of course, based in Italy, but looking at the whole world. And Fieldpiece is an industry with a long history from the US, also based in Europe. And for this reason, I would like to start by asking, how do you see the European market? How do you fulfill the needs of the European market? And how do you think the future is going? Your opinion about this?
Okay, yeah. I think as Fieldpiece, we have been focusing for more than 32 years on the HVAC technician, HVAC and refrigeration technician. And therefore, I think we have already a very comprehensive portfolio. Of course, I'm very excited, and Fieldpiece asked me to join to grow the business 1.5 years ago in the European market, and I'm very excited about it. I think the European market is a very interesting market with a lot of potential and a lot of requirements, basically, when it comes down to energy efficiency trends and so on. And I think the European market is one of the first in developing new requirements, new regulations. So therefore, I think it's a very interesting market for us. Furthermore, as said, I think we have already a comprehensive portfolio because of our history and our focus only on the HVAC and refrigeration market. Of course, whatever is needed to be successful and to fulfill the needs of our customers in the European market, it's something we just do. I think a great example is our new refrigerant scale. It's the first wireless refrigerant scale with an EU type approval, so also means calibrated scale, which is required now in several countries like Italy, Denmark, Portugal, and the Netherlands, but other countries will follow soon. But I think that's a great example of how we do adapt to the regional needs. What's really important for an installation, of course, it's doing a proper installation and proper maintenance. Why is that? In the end, you as a technician, you want to make sure you create happy customers, and therefore it's very important that you install the installation, that it works, that it functions, but also that it works efficiently. If you look nowadays, there are a lot of basically the global warming is a very key topic, and you see a lot of initiatives going on to reduce CO2 emissions. And therefore, it's important that you install the installation according to the prescribed parameters. Because if you have the right parameters, then the machine can function as efficient as possible. And having the right tools to set the right parameters, therefore, it's very important to set the right temperature, the right pressure, airflow, the right refrigerant charge, electrical values. All that is very important to really make sure that the installation functions as efficient as possible.
And I would say, and I think you agree with me, that the right tool is to be in the right hands needs the proper training, because of course people need to know how to work with your systems. So that is also the purpose of this interview, of the webinars we do together, of the equipment that you give us for our training centers. So we teach the people how to use them. So you also do a lot of work in this field to do this.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what would you advise? How do you think training is important for this?
I think in the end it's all about knowledge. If you have the right knowledge, you know how to work with the equipment, with the tools, but also with the installation, and what's important to basically, for instance, solve a problem. If a customer has a problem with an installation, you want to do the right analysis on the system. And that's also the reason why we have developed the wireless tools. And the wireless tools can really help you to do a proper analysis. In the end, an HVAC system is a dynamic system. And a dynamic system, there you really want to measure everything at the same time. You don't want to measure first the indoor unit, for instance, and then the outdoor unit, because things might have changed over time. So you want to do all the measurements really at the same time. And that's only possible with wireless tools. So that's something we have developed, and in the end, that can really make a technician do again a proper job, because you want to make sure you do the right measurements in order to advise the customer, because that's where you are working for. And also you want to check if you have done a repair on a system, if you had a problem, that the repair you did actually solve the problem. You can also then very easily check if that's done, and doing basically a correct analysis, making sure that you check what you have done fairly easily. You can make sure that you give the proper advice to your customer, and you don't need to come back, or that you get a call back from a customer that you need to repair something again. And I think that's why it's very important. And we believe at Fieldpiece that if you have the right tools, the right knowledge through training, that you can really satisfy your customers, and also the correct tools can really help you as a technician to do your job easier, faster, and better. So,
and it's also for the environment and for the future generations, because you leave a better world than you had before. And we also think that the proper tool is very important, especially for the technicians, who are, after all, the heart of our sector.
Exactly.
Because they are on field. So we want to thank you again for making their life easier, their work easier, and especially for our collaboration, because we find it very precious, because we want to work also alongside technicians.
That's also what we like to do. So.
Thank you very much for this interview, for your time, and especially for the insights that you give us.
You're very welcome. Thank you.